Paw Patrol is obviously a show made for children, but whether they're watching with their kids or having fun on their own, sometimes adults like me find themselves watching it too. And then they leave their funny little reviews for the films on sites like Letterboxd. These are Paw Patrol movie reviews. Starting with Paw Patrol the movie. Walking into a cinema and saying, "Hello, I'm here for the 12:30 p.m. screening of the Paw Patrol movie," is something I never thought I would do in life. It is haunting to know that young Sheldon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Kim Kardashian have been in a movie together. Young Sheldon and Kim Kardashian are both in this, and the mayor turns the subway into that euthanasia roller coaster, and it's confirmed that the Paw Patrol are in no way government approved or subsidized, but wholly financed by selling their own merch, just like in real life. Film of the year. There is a scene where a truck full of maple syrup topples over and they clean up the syrup with pancakes. And that was my favorite scene, but overall this movie was freaking great. I really enjoyed delving into the politics of Adventure City and their asshole Mayor Humdinger. God, I hate Humdinger.
Now you'll have to look up to me, and I'll always look down on you.
Is such a simple yet banger line. How does Humdinger put together these super dangerous projects so quickly? He had a huge roller coaster subway track built and ready to present in like a day, not to mention that giant tower. Also, he plans to just suck up all the clouds in the sky forever so it'll never rain. I'm starting to think this guy isn't a very good mayor. Teaching kids early that the real villains are the politicians. It's an intense exploration of PTSD, channeling the works of all the social realist filmmakers of the 21st century, while also a stunning meditation on family and friendship. Plus, dogs are great! Direct quote from my cinema buddy, Leo, age 3. Extremely, it's actually about trauma guy voice. It's actually about trauma. Giving Chase trauma in this economy was bold.
No, I'm the alpha.
No, I'm the alpha.
I'm the alpha.
This movie was anti-cat propaganda, and I will not stand for it. This movie was propaganda that cat people and people who make purple their personality are evil. If you told me that every dog in this movie that was part of the Paw Patrol, except Liberty, had been voiced by the same person, I would believe you. Close your eyes when they're having a conversation and it's just like one person is talking with themselves.
You talk a lot of trash for a dog who looks like a toilet brush.
Liberty killed that Kim Kardashian poodle, I'm dead. I think my only complaint is that Liberty needed to shut the hell up. That's hilarious, Ryder was driving himself and 6 puppies in an RV. I thought he was like 9 years old or something. In the last 2 minutes of this, my 3-year-old daughter blurted out, "Doggies can't talk?" Like she had that realization about cartoons for the first time while watching Paw Patrol the movie. The bad guy is trying to be cool and says something about hashtags, and my kids don't know what that means, and so now they just know it's something a bad guy does. And I'm fine with that. Hashtag parenting tips. I just want to roll around with them on the floor. I hope they're neutered. I hope they never age. Zuma is amazing, saving people from drowning. Way better than all those other egomaniac assholes on the team. Number 1 dog. Rocky. Went door to door for Bernie. Number 2. Zuma. Smokes weed. Number 3. Sky. 9 successful rescues in the Coast Guard. Number 4. Marshall. Nice, but laughs at racist jokes. 5. Rubble. Domestic violence allegations. 6. Chase. Food bowl says Blue Lives Matter. I know the Paw Patrol has 6 dogs, but there's basically only 3 dogs I care about. Marshall, Sky, and my motherfucking king Rocky. This movie has 86 minutes to give me content for these 3. Instead, it's all about Chase. The show loves the police dog so much it's annoying. These writers were definitely wearing Blue Lives Matter hats because they fucking love this guy. He's a little bitch, and any audience member with taste knows Rocky is our true king. That's fine, at least he is part of the Paw Patrol squad. Want to know who has the second most screen time? Liberty. Oh, what's that? You don't remember who that is? They just made her up for this movie. This movie is a giant marketing push to have a new dog with a new vehicle and a new station. This whole movie is an advertisement for their latest merch. Everyone knows each dog has a specialty. Marshall is good with fire, Sky is a real puzzler here, good in the sky, and Rocky is great at being a stud. Want to know Liberty's power? City power. She is great at knowing where to turn in a city. I have no idea if GPS exists in this universe because that's basically all Liberty is. A glorified map. A walking map got more airtime than Rocky. The utter disrespect. Breaking news. Chase the police pup was indicted on 16 counts of police brutality. Contrary to popular belief, all dogs do not go to heaven. The class traitors of the so-called Paw Patrol will suffer eternal damnation in the pits of hell. In this age of division and distrust, when slogans like "all pups are bastards" are bandied about without thought, it's nice to see some art that upholds our brave police pups as civic heroes. Imagine how funny it would have been if Chase missed that big jump near the end. Look, call me a prude if you want, but I remain unconvinced that we should permit dogs to operate heavy machinery. I had a dog, and I loved him with all my heart, and I would never let him drive a recycling truck. How was he supposed to grip the steering wheel without thumbs? Okay, this is going to sound incredibly stupid, but my main problem with this movie, and to a lesser extent the franchise, is that Ryder doesn't seem to have any parents, and absolutely nobody addresses this. I know that this is aimed at preschoolers, so it probably wouldn't be a big deal to them, but would it hurt to at least give a 10-year-old kid parents?
I'm all alone.
Paw Patrol, the mighty movie. Paw Patrol 1. Chase, we will all work together and help you overcome your PTSD. Paw Patrol 2. Sky, go land 2 on-fire planes by yourself and then punch 100 meteors. There was a close-up of Humdinger's ass. That by itself is worth a 10 out of 10. Out of everyone in the entire theater, the most audible person in my screening was a grown-ass man who kept reacting like, "Whoa, wow, oh man, this shit fire," as if it was a Marvel movie, or the first movie he ever saw. I hope he has an amazing day. Somehow the dogs are all still puppies, and yet they also have tragic backstories that took place a long time ago. The internal logic of the Paw Patrol is an endless source of fascination for me. I love this movie, but who in their right mind wouldn't adopt a puppy with pink eyes? Sky is such a pick-me. "Oh, I'm so small. My life is so hard. I'm so petite a gust of wind will blow me away into space. Get over it, girl." Girl, you're like 3 centimeters shorter than the rest of them. Women love to look longingly at an item from their past while thinking about how insufficient they are. Sky. "I'm so tiny." Mad scientist. "I'm not a mad scientist." Repeat for 90 minutes. Et voila! Paw Patrol, the mighty movie. The villain in this made no sense. It would have made more sense if the scientist from the first movie ended up being blamed for the destruction caused by the mayor in the first movie, leading her to become evil. In an attempt at seeking revenge, she would then unite with the mayor to cause even more chaos, while secretly planning to double-cross him. The best quote of the movie.
This is why I hate free and fair elections.
They made the firefighter dog have fire powers. This movie is legit batshit. Like, the villain tries to crash a meteor into Earth, and the pink dog saves the human race by flying into the air and punching it really hard. Oscar nom when? Skye could easily beat the shit out of Homelander. Marshall gets fire paws. Liberty and Skye get existential crises. Marshall became the very thing he was sworn to destroy. So Ryder leaves pups at home multiple times because they don't have superpowers and are now useless. Then the captured pup can't escape until they are rescued by superpowers. Then the pups are completely useless against the villain except for when they are in possession of the crystal which they pass around. So the moral of the story is that unless you are super gifted, you are completely useless. The average Joe is powerless to change things. Bad movie for kids. Ryder excluding the dogs that don't have a crystal was a cultural reset. Matilda, my 2-year-old daughter, visibly distressed, pointing at Chase. I don't trust him, Daddy. Why? Dogs isn't the police. That's wrong. Chase looks like fucking shit without his hat on. Get that off my screen. 2 stars gone because the producers were too puppy to have the pups smoke, crack, and shout slurs at the top of their little puppy lungs. Once you get a little crystal, you want more. Just ask the meth addicts in the park down the street. Olivia Rodrigo and Charlie XCX. I think it hit for all the babysitter girls in the theater. During this film, there is a scene where a man is shown walking a dog on a leash. The implications of this are disturbing. Is this a kink? Is the dog mentally handicapped? Why isn't this dog granted the same level of sentience and freedom as the other dogs in the series? Life-changing cinematic experience. Skye reminds me of my sister, but my sister doesn't get superpowers. She's just short and meaningless. Hey, how do the dogs control their vehicles if they don't have thumbs? Oh, their paws! No, so they push their paws on the pads. They put their paws on the paw pads and they, like, push. You can do that without thumbs. Oh, okay. You don't need thumbs to fly a plane. Well, this is make-believe, Dad. I got a ticket speeding to Paw Patrol. No joke. I watched this movie twice today. When the devil comes for me, pitchfork in hand, wielding every one of my sins as his mission, I'll turn to my right and find my mighty pups, gearing up for battle on my behalf. Smiling, I'll turn to him and say, "Wrong day, motherfucker." I'm gonna watch this again tomorrow. Big thank you to my Patreon members, my little ruse, or perhaps my mighty ruse. Kruski55, Fallen Vexen, Sam, Donka42, I Am a Noodle, John Huang, Fantastic Wreck, Laser Scorpio, Night Avenger, Mintara, and Ember. Thank you so much for your extra support on Patreon. It means the world to me. Hope you guys are doing really well. I really appreciate you sticking around, and I hope you had a good time watching the video. The same goes to my YouTube channel members, my mini ruse, AD, Taylor Thompson, Foxstar Killer, Logan, and this person 10. Thank you so much for your extra support. I'm so glad to have you be a part of my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing really well. I wish you the best. And again, I just really appreciate your support. And the same goes to everyone else who watched. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Or if you didn't, I guess you can tell me that too, but it'll be a little sad. Tell me who your favorite dog from Paw Patrol is. You guys can argue over that in the comments. Oh, I almost forgot. I know this was a commented request, so to the person who requested I do the Paw Patrol movies for a review video, thank you for requesting it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay very groovy until then.